Hey guys, Derek here. Welcome back to the channel, or welcome for the first time if you are new. We are back to watch some more Andor. This is Season 2, Episode 7. It is called Messenger. I believe this is going to be the arc that includes the Gorman Massacre. So, you know, I'm kind of just cautiously not optimistic. I'm scared. But I'm ready, but also not ready. Like, it's gonna be an anxiety-inducing episode for sure. And I think it's gonna be probably next episode. I don't think they're gonna hit us with it in episode 7. My guess is episode 8 or 9. Either way, it's gonna be intense. So before we jump into this, if you end up enjoying my reaction, please leave a like on the video. It means a lot to me. If you're new here, hit subscribe, ring the bell so you're notified when I upload. And then if you want to see the full uncut version of this reaction, consider supporting me on Patreon or joining YouTube memberships. You just sync up your own copy of the episode and you can watch along with me. But other than that, let's jump into Season 2, Episode 7 of Andor. 1 year later. Okay, so it's been 1 year since Cinta died. BBY 2.
Shadow 6, you are clear for open pad 1.
Copy, sir. 011.
Yavin. Let's go. Willman! Hey, brother. Dang, they're really building this place up. Cassian's got his own little villa in the woods. Him and Bix.
Take your shirt off.
Hey, yo.
Don't tell me it's better.
He get injured? Ugh.
Pick another spot.
Just relax.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
She's gonna kiss it. Make it better.
Anything I want.
Hey.
Willman.
Oh.
You wanna watch, buddy?
Thanks.
I like their little spot.
Ethan wants to know if you're ready to work.
I was born ready to work, baby.
He's been trying to reach you.
Ready for what?
What do you want, Will? You want to fight? Or you want to win? Going it alone doesn't cut it anymore.
That's true.
Maybe you should tell him yourself.
Maybe you should tell us where you've been.
Terrorism strikes again in Gorman. Just 3 weeks after events in Correa and Jelnovi, there was a firebombing last night at the naval terminal in Palmo. You can see behind me vapor.
Of course, they're
and
already
thermal smoke still.
they're already justifying it.
What does he need me for?
Oh. ISB supervisor Dejamira.
Interesting.
She destroyed Ferrex. She killed my father. You know her? She's there in
Oh
Gorman.
yeah, she
In the
recognizes
open,
her.
I've seen her. She's there now, and she's there waiting to be killed. She's just sitting there, Cass. She keeps winning. You know she has to be stopped.
I'm late for my briefing.
You act like Luton's the enemy.
That would be easier.
That's true. They're on the same side, but
She's a monster.
they can't agree on some stuff lately.
We are moving forward with the original plan. There is apparently no suitable replacement or synthetic
Okay.
alternative for the Gorman substrate material.
So we gotta get rid of all these people somehow.
It's not for lack of effort. Krennic's had the lab in Edu working overtime all year. I don't know the science, but it's bad luck, Gorman.
He says it so casually. Bad luck, Gorman.
He's outside my office. Who is he?
He is a crisis specialist. He'll be bringing a variety of personnel to help manage the situation.
We have plenty of security.
He's the kind of security that kills people. On purpose.
Let the image of professional ascend and settle your nerves.
A successful conclusion.
You will get a promotion.
You're aware, sir, that the insurgents have weapons at this point.
Yep,
We're
that's
counting on it.
yeah, that's part of the idea. Sells the propaganda better.
Bombing at the naval depot. I can't even get in there.
It's being investigated.
The rumor is it's a setup.
They're running it down.
It probably was.
And who's this tactical guy in your control room?
I wonder if he's gonna realize that he's being used.
We are trying to prevent an incident.
Like keeping me in the dark.
Stop.
What am I doing here?
Cyril, please. You need to go home and pack and be ready to leave when I tell you.
What?
Good things are waiting for us.
Shit's about to go down, Cyril.
We'll be back in Coruscant. We'll be together. We'll be rewarded.
For what? What have we accomplished?
You don't want to know yet. Cyril's so interesting. Like I think he's really actually starting to realize that he's being used for something he didn't sign up for.
Are you planning to go to the office today?
Eventually. It's lovely out. I'm sure we'll walk.
It's just they're asking for schedules this week. Parking and movement.
Who's asking?
Senate security.
I'm requesting a new driver.
Don't. They might send someone smart.
Yeah.
With reports of another terrorist attack overnight as a series of
Yeah, if they just flood the airwaves with Gorman terrorist attacks when the Empire commits their massacre, the galactic public is gonna see it as just action instead of genocide.
They have no shame, do they? They don't even bother to lie badly anymore.
Exactly.
I suppose that's the final humiliation.
They're basically mocking your people and mocking the galactic public and then doing their stuff and pretending everything's
I
perfect.
came here to thank you, Mon. Your constant courage. The brave face you put to the world. I've done a poor job letting you know how much I admire your grace.
Wow.
Protect yourself.
Damn. It's the first time probably in this whole 5-year period that anyone has given her a minute amount of props and respect for what she's been doing.
Surfedelt kumbi fantalesque. En laifik benash bi selmo posh. Fick up Cereforce.
Cereforce? Nash fixketan Cereforce a dogamboli.
Hey, hotel worker.
Nash bidumgar. Nash bidumgar. Dilan molen walai. Mukum kozma la bif madal.
Yeah, you can't lose your identity in this fight.
Seriously,
What?
you could have just asked me.
You would have said no.
Then what are we doing here?
What's the harm?
What is this?
Not here.
I'm not the one she'd be straining out.
She hated Force
She hated
healers.
one Force healer 10 years ago.
One was enough.
This person's a force healer?
What's the risk?
She
What is
felt them arguing in the force.
Who are you?
Nobody. I was just walking home.
It's his answer every time. I'm nobody.
I'll see you back there.
He's got a blaster burn that's not healing.
Your right shoulder.
Tell her.
She knows.
Thank you.
What?
For what?
The clarity. That feeling. It's been a very long time. I thought it had gone for good.
What?
So easy to lose faith. Sometimes it even works, but this... You. All that you've been gathering. The strength of spirit. Surely you must feel it.
Did she sense
You saw something.
what's gonna happen?
Why do you keep pushing?
Are you so upset?
That they're gonna win? Did she like sense his role in
Not
it?
to do this. Stay if you want.
Who is he?
It's Cassian Andor, baby.
Soldier. Tell me what you saw.
I sense the weight of things. Things I can't see. Pain, fear, need. Most beings carry the things that shape them, they carry the past. But some, very few. They're gathering as they go. There's a purpose to it. He's a messenger. There's some place he needs to be.
On a
Have you known
beach.
him long?
I don't remember not knowing him.
Maybe you're the place he needs to be.
Maybe. But I think the place he needs to be is on a beach. Knowing, I mean not knowing really, that all his effort was worth something.
Don't you know there's a curfew?
I needed to see you.
Then have a good look.
I think there's a way out of this before things go too far. My people are convinced you're being coordinated by outside agitators. If I had something to offer, if we could lay this off on outsiders, then...
Oi! Come on now. Has he developed a romantic connection to this lady? Even if it's just like subterfuge? Because that seemed like an intimate slap. Shoulder feels fine now.
She's a cook in the mess hall.
And you're more than a pilot.
It's ridiculous.
She knew you were there.
You have a larger importance to this.
I felt it before, Cass. She called you a messenger. I've had dreams like that.
Why are you doing this?
What if it's important? I know you felt something, that's why you're so upset.
He wants to just be here with you and be a pilot.
Let it in.
He doesn't want to be instrumental. Was that guy... Yeah, that's Adam's dad. Adam's dad from Sex Education. But he was also in Rogue One, obviously.
The ship's to be fitted with hypercoms tomorrow.
We'll be back soon.
That is unacceptable, and you know it. This isn't a base for privateers.
All set? Clear!
Those who enjoy the security of Yavin must proclaim their loyalties.
Don't push too hard. You know where I stand. The day I need permission to come and go, I'm gone.
That day is near.
If you say so, buddy. Come on, Mr. Groff. Chill a little bit, brother.
Fall in!
Yeah, these guys are a kill squad.
Get these men shaped up and ready for presentation.
There's not a man amongst them, sir, but I'll do what I can.
Am I gonna have a problem with you?
Duly noted, sir. Problem-free. Attention! Left! Turn!
They look like children.
Quick! March!
I mean, yeah. They're easily molded.
What are you doing? What? Look where you're going.
You said come in low, right?
He's pulling a Fast and Furious.
You okay?
Shit in his pants, but he's fine.
I'm doing intakes. Scaring the new recruits.
No more smuggling.
I needed a break.
She's been...
It's good to hear you say that.
Yeah.
I was getting reckless.
Her anchor is gone.
They need him, Biggs. They're on the verge of promoting him, and then he goes and does something like this morning. We're not Luton's puppets anymore. We're not a bunch of maniacs running around Aldani. We're building a real army. Cassian is a leader now. We've all given so much. A little discipline doesn't seem too much to ask.
He'll be there when you need him.
God, he will too.
I'll pass that along.
This show just makes Rogue One so devastating, like even more. It was already so sad.
I've got to get going.
What if the comms doesn't work?
Test first thing. If that's a fail, we meet here.
I like how the Empire doesn't have like facial recognition. So he can just walk freely on this planet and they don't even know it's him.
She sleeps in the building. Ferries.
Stone and sky.
Stone and sky. Stone and sky. Stone and sky. Hotel boy, do you recognize him?
I have a room at the front facing the plaza.
Ah, perfect.
Most guests don't say that anymore. It can be loud.
I'm a deep sleeper.
She will report it. We turn over our guest list each afternoon.
Good to know.
You'll have to carry your own bag this time. Another way.
He remembers you. I like that subtle little subtlety, letting him know. I know who you are. Whaleman, she eyeing you up, brother. Hell yeah, baby. Are there guys right above him? Oh, end of the episode. Okay, so Cassian and Willman are on Gorman. They are, I presume, here to kill Dedra, right? Because she is too much of an issue. She's been going after Luthen and what he's doing, but she's also very clearly orchestrating a massacre on Gorman. Well, I guess up to this point she hasn't necessarily been orchestrating a massacre. It's kind of been in a state of limbo. Like, she's had to carefully balance, enough violence and enough, terrorist activity with just enough Imperial crackdown to kind of keep the planet, like, simmering, keep it bubbling, keep the sentiment of rebellion alive, just in case the Empire decides that they need to clear this planet out, right? Like, they were presented with the plan early on of like, hey, unless we can find a suitable alternative to the resources on this planet, like, we're gonna have to kill everybody here or evacuate them, relocate them so we can do what we need to do with the planet. And so she's kind of had to build it up just to, like, the boiling point and then just kind of hold it there for so long. And then she got the message in this episode, like, hey, we couldn't find an alternative. Shit's happening now. And I think she, like, doesn't like that. Like, I think she's legitimately mad and anxious about the fact that she has to do something now that is going to be, like, really drastic. And, like, even some of the most heinous people in the Empire, I imagine, are, like, apprehensive about the possibility of, like, mass murder. Right? Like, she's totally willing to do some messed up stuff, but even the drastic nature of what she realizes is about to happen is giving her some pause. It's also giving Cyril pause, like a lot of pause. The last couple arcs, Cyril has seemed like so invested in what they're doing. And I kind of observed it from a perspective of, like, he's really invested in the cause. But at the core of it, he also, like, is being lied to about what the cause is. Like, he thinks it's this, like, protecting the galaxy. He thinks it's, dispensing justice and making sure things, are done right. And he's been drawn in by the, like, neo-fascism aspect of it. But I don't think he realizes the absolute, like, mass murder that's going to happen. Like, if he knew what was going to happen, he would not be involved. And he's asking questions now. Like, Dedra's telling him, like, we think it's outside influence, and he's like, that's me, that I'm the outside influence. You brought me in to do that. So, like, I know I'm not doing that. Who the heck is doing this? Like, they're not telling him things. He's like, if you're not telling me stuff, like, what is happening? Like, what is the Empire building to right now? Like, because things are getting out of hand. Like, what is going to happen? And Dedra is like, get ready to leave. Like, get ready to leave. I'm going to get promoted. We're going to go back to Coruscant. We're going to live a life together and be happy. And I just need you to trust me on this. Like, don't dig too deep into what's about to happen. And Cyril is, I don't think he would join the rebellion by any means, but, like, I think if he knew the way that he's been manipulated this whole time, I think he'd be pretty upset. Especially since, like, it's not like he joined up with the Empire because of, like, ideological reasons. Like, he didn't necessarily agree with everything they were doing. Like, he was drawn in by, like, the death of his coworkers and friends and promised justice and, that aspect of it. And he was drawn in by the ideology, but, he was drawn in by, like, the surface level ideology. Like, I don't think he has really truly realized everything that the Empire is willing to do and has been doing. And I'm very curious to see what he does going forward. But yeah, that's that part of it. And then the other part of it, we have Yavin. So the rebellion as we know it in like the original trilogy and Rogue One is really starting to become what we know it to be in this arc, right? Like, I mean, they're definitely in the early stages, but they are talking about like, hey, we're getting a lot more organized. Like, it's becoming more of an army, like the rebel army, than it previously was, where before it was just Luthen sending missions out, you know, tactical strikes, quick, effective things. Now it's becoming like a real, like, hey, we're organized. If we want to stand a chance at winning, we have to have large groups of people. We have to be organized. We have to know what we're doing. Clear communication. Like, we can't be just doing mystery runs anymore. And Cassian is an instrumental part of it. Like, he's a pilot at the moment, but they're thinking of promoting him. Like, he probably would have been promoted to like a general or a lieutenant or something, like a high ranking member of the rebel army. And it's so interesting because, yeah, he's going on these like missions being like, I'm not telling you where I'm going. The day that I have to ask permission to leave, I'm gone. You don't have me anymore. And Mr. Groff is like, that day's coming soon, bud. And he could have gotten promoted, but like, he has to go. He has to be an instrumental part of what we're doing, right? Like, he's been on Yavin with Bix, and they've seemingly been in a spot of somewhat comfort. Like, he's just been building up the rebellion, but hasn't been really risking himself too much, from what I can tell. I mean, he did get shot with a blaster, and that's not healing, but like, he hasn't been going out on these dangerous runs where he's, you know, going undercover and like really doing dangerous, morally messed up things. And I think he's like fine with it. But then Bix takes him into the barracks, the town area, and this Force healer kind of just senses his importance, right? Like, I think she didn't fully realize what it was, but she sensed that he has a deeper, far more important part to play in this rebellion than simply being a pilot on Yavin, right? Like, he has a lot that he has to do, and there's a clear purpose that he has to go for. But I think she also, in a way, sensed like the conclusion of his journey, right? Because she's like, thank you. Often she doesn't feel that sense of clarity when she's healing these people, but she felt it with him of like, this is where we need to be. This is what we need to be doing. And he has a higher purpose than being here. And like, I think she sensed Rogue One. This is my personal interpretation. I think she sensed all the things he's going to do in Rogue One. And she sensed him on the beach with Jyn Erso. And, you know, maybe she realized he's going to die for the rebellion, but it's going to be instrumental. And so that's just her being like, thank you. Like, thank you for, you know, what you've done. Thank you for freeing us from the Empire, in a sense. Because he is instrumental to the rebellion. And it's just, it's crazy. But yeah, he goes out and he is now on Gorman, here to kill Dedra. Meanwhile, Vel visits Bix and is like, hey, we're not Luthen's puppets anymore, which means, you know, there is a big schism between the organized, like, official rebellion and what Luthen is doing and what Saw Gerrera is doing, right? Like, because Saw Gerrera wasn't necessarily part of the official rebellion either. And Saw Gerrera, he's doing his method is like public terrorist attacks. Like, he's blowing stuff up. Luthen is like more tactical, you know, scalpel precision strikes. And, you know, they're doing that thing, and even Vel is like, you know what, like, I'm not a part of that anymore. I think she bailed on Luthen right after Cinta died. She's like, I'm done. Like, I'm no longer going on missions for you, because he kept them apart for so long and didn't let them talk to each other, you know, the love that they could have shared. And then the only reason each of them went on that mission is because the other was going to be there, and then Cinta died. So I imagine Vel was just like, you know what? No. Like, I'm done with you. I'll join the official rebellion, and I'll be a pilot, and I'll smuggle stuff and all that. But then even just the pain of that, she was getting too reckless. So she's like, I need to take a break, and I need to just be on Yavin for a bit. And it's a lot, you know. They're really showing like they're really going in depth to show like how much each of these characters has given up for the rebellion. Like, they've sacrificed a lot to make this happen, and like just seeing everything it's taken to build the rebellion and get to where we are in the original trilogy, like, it makes it feel more. I don't know, like it elevates both Rogue One and the original trilogy to, like, it adds an extra layer of gravity to the situation of being like, yeah, like, while Luke and Leia and Han are doing their, like, you know, high octane adventure type thing, like, the rebellion is grinding, and they are sacrificing to make this happen, and it is painful and emotional, the journey that they are going on while you're off flying in space with your laser sword. Like, like, it adds so much depth to the story. And even like Mon Mothma, like, everything she's been going through, and, you know, having to essentially be, you know, publicly ridiculed all the time, and she finally gets the one, I believe he's a Gorman senator, to be like, hey, I haven't appreciated you enough for what you've done for my people. Like, oh my god, like, that's the first moment that she's had anyone recognize her. And it's just like, it's so good. Like, what they're building to is just so heartbreakingly beautiful. And oh my god, I love this show so much. Next episode, though, is gonna be a toughie. I believe next episode is the Gorman Massacre, and I'm scared. But yeah, I think that's all I have to say about this episode. Definitely let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. I'm very curious to see how you feel. Otherwise, if you enjoyed my reaction, please leave a like on the video. It means a lot to me. If you're new here, hit subscribe, ring the bell so you're notified when I upload. And then if you want to see the full uncut version of this reaction, consider supporting me on Patreon or joining YouTube memberships. You just sync up your own copy of the episode and you can watch along with me. But other than that, thank you for watching, and I will catch you guys next time.